Hey everybody, this is going to be a quick video on making a quick detach for the Rotopax mount on the back of a CRF450L with a Scaggs rear rack. Alright, so I want to add a Rotopax to the back of this when I go off-road and I'm going long distance or that, so I'll have some extra gas. The problem is when you put this Rotopax mount back here, now your rear rack is dedicated to the Rotopax and you really can't mount anything else back here without going through the trouble of completely removing your rear rack and taking that Rotopax mount off, which is not a huge deal, but you know, who wants to go through that trouble? I really just want to have two bolts where I can take those two bolts off and pull that Rotopax mount off of there so that I can use the flat rack. So here's what I've come up with. If you attach this with two bolts here and then you've got the Rotopax mounted to it, you've got nuts on the back side of your rack back here that in order to take this off, you've got to remove the whole rack and take those nuts off. So I want to eliminate that. And what I've come up with is I'm going to take this bracket and I'm going to put it underneath the rear rack, and I've got some bolts that are going to go through here and hold it to the underside, and then on the back side of this bracket I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to weld some nuts onto the back side of here so that when it's up under there I've got two nuts already welded to it. And then I'm going to take this Rotopax piece and I'm going to drill it out so that I've got a hole going all the way through to the bottom side. So when I set it on there, I can then take a bolt and run a bolt all the way through and just bolt it down. Then when I want to take it off, it's just a matter of taking these two bolts loose and pulling it off. This piece will stay underneath. So if you want to see how it turns out, this is not going to be a step-by-step. I'll show you the finished product here when I get done and how it attaches and detaches. Hope this helps you. Okay, so I got it rigged up and this was the result. Got the Rotopax on there, it's good and solid. I can pop it loose, and then the only thing I've got to do is take out these two top bolts right here, and this entire assembly comes off. I'll loosen those two bolts and show you what it looks like without it. So with those two bolts loosened up, then this piece comes off completely, and all I'm left with is this base that's mounted underneath, which it's all pretty flat with the exception of those two little heads of those nuts sticking up there. So I can still mount anything I want to on my rack, and putting my Rotopax on is just as simple as setting that down and tightening up these two bolts, and now I'm good to go. Alright, I appreciate you watching. If you want to see how I attached my tool tube or did the tail tidy back here, I've got another video. Appreciate you watching. Have a great day.